Good morning, everyone, and happy Thursday, May 28th, 2020. I'm very excited because today is my younger sister Libby's birthday. All right, let's jump into our number talk from yesterday. We had some word problems. So, the first word problem, let me make sure you can see it. The first word problem was Miss A had 3 baskets and she put 5 loaves in each basket. Is the answer 15? Well, let's see. 1 loaf. Oh, our blue's kind of low. Guess I'll use red. 1 loaf, 2, 3, 4, 5 in that basket. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the second, and 5 in the third. So that becomes 5 plus 5 plus 5, 5, 10, 15. Our answer was 15, so this one was true. All right, our next one was, I think my sister Meg had 3 muffins, and each muffin, she counted 9 ants. Ugh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And the answer was there are 12 ants total. Well, let's see. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. We could get to that by 9 plus 9 plus 9, which equals 27. Look, we have repeated addition. It's 9 3 times, so you could also write it as 9 times 3, which also is 27. 27 ants? Oop, our answer was 12, so this answer is false. All right, down here, I don't exactly remember the details, but I know I had 2 of them, and each one had 6. Oh, it was my brother Josh, and he planted 6 plants on 2 days. So on day 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Day 2, also 6. So here we have 6 plus 6, which is 12. And that was our answer, so here we have true. All right, moving into our 10 column. I think Mr. Smithburn and I were doing something. He spent 45 minutes doing it, and I spent 26. How many more minutes did he spend? So I set up this subtraction equation. I start with 5, and I need to take away 6. Ooh, 6 is less than 5, so I need to borrow. Now I have 15 minus 6. I know that fact is 9. 3 minus 2, 19. Our answer was 18, so it was false. All right, our next one. 1, 2, 3, 4. We had 6 trees, and my sister Libby, whose birthday it is today, counted 12 birds in each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Woo! She had a lot of patience to count 12 birds in 6 different trees. Almost as much patience as me, making 12 tallies in each circular tree. All right, so I could set this up as a repeated addition problem. 12 plus 12 plus 12 plus 12 plus 12. And whew, that's repeated addition, right? We have 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. So I could also write this as 12 times 6. I'm going to do it that way. That's easier for me. 6 2 times is 12. 6 1 times 6 plus 1. Ooh, she counted 72 birds. My answer was 18, so here we have a false. And then down here, I was baking something for doctors and nurses who are working really hard right now to keep us all healthy and safe, just like your parents are. So I've made 4 dozen. A dozen is 12. So 12 times 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 1 is 4. I baked 48. My answer was 48. So this is true. Nice. All right. Let's make our way to the hundreds column real fast. We had, I think my mom, Amy, I don't call her Amy, but I call her mom. Everyone else calls her Amy. She had 7 pies and she cut them each into sevenths. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 parts, 7 times. So that's 7 times 7, which is 49. She had 49 pieces of pie. Oop, our answer was 14. So here we have false. All right, next I was buying peaches, my favorite fruit, when they're ripe. Don't like them when they're really hard. And I was buying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 peaches for $3. And I bought 15 total. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 for another 3. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 for another 3. 3 plus 3 plus 3. That equals $9. Oh, I said it was 6. The answer said 6, so this one was false. All right, and down here, my family had a big gathering when it was safe to do so. They had 8 pizzas. Each pizza was cut in 6 parts. So we have 6 parts, 8 times. 6 times 8, we know that fact is 48. Which is what our answer said, so that last one is, in fact, true. All right, so there is our number talk. Go ahead and pause the video to check your work fully if you still need to do so. And then hit play again when you're ready to move on. All right. So we continued exploring the value of helping yesterday, and we were looking at the conflict and the resolution. And remember, the conflict is the problem, and it's kind of the, when the conflict arises, it's the climax or the point of most interest and most things that are happening in the story. So in Harriet Tubman's life, one of the conflicts you probably observed was that she in fact was a slave and she didn't want to be. And to resolve that conflict, what did she do? She followed the North Star from the suggestion of her father, and with the help of the Underground Railroad, she made her way to safety in the northern states. Later in the story and later in her life, she encountered another conflict, and that conflict was slavery was still legal in the South, and she wanted to fight that. She didn't think it was fair. So one of the conflicts she had was trying to get slaves from the South back to the North. And especially during the Civil War, she worked down in the South as a spy and as a nurse. And so that in that conflict, it was resolved when she worked together with other slaves to help free them and to learn what the Southern armies were doing. And she worked really hard to help resolve or get rid of or abolish legal slavery in the United States through her work during the Civil War. So I think you could look at either of those times in her life and say that there were 2 major conflicts, and the way they were resolved was slightly different. For today, I want you to think about the theme and the moral of the story. Now, if you remember the theme, our theme is usually one word, one idea. When we thought about Louis Pasteur, the theme was self-belief, believing in yourself. And then the moral is something, it's more of a life lesson. It's going to be a little bit longer, a little bit more of a sentence or a few sentences. So if Louis Pasteur's theme was self-belief, perhaps the moral was, if you believe in yourself and you work hard enough, you can accomplish whatever you put your mind to. And for Helen Keller, perhaps the theme was determination, and the moral could have been, when you are determined, you can learn whatever you put your mind to. So think about Harriet Tubman and the value of helping, and think, what is our theme? The one-word idea, more or less, that this story is kind of surrounded around. And then what is the moral, the life lesson? All right, and to wrap up, yesterday we talked about this biome, which has bogs, swamps, and marshes. They're waterlogged, meaning they're always full of water. So much so that the water doesn't sink into the soil, it doesn't saturate. They are important wildlife areas that support many types of plants and animals. And there are freshwater and saltwater wetlands. Wetlands. This might look familiar to those of you who've been to Prairie Winds. There are some nice wetlands on that property. The pond and the marsh that extends beyond it. When we have the proper footwear, those rain boots and muck boots, we love to explore the wetlands. Lots of diversity, lots of interesting things living in that space. All right, today's Where Am I? This biome has warm, wet summers. Deciduous trees are where the trees lose their leaves during the winter because they are not able to make food. Coniferous forests are filled with trees that are able to make food throughout the winter, such as evergreens. Boreal forests are found at the tops of mountains. So, what biome has warm, wet summers? And there are three different kinds. Deciduous, where the trees lose their leaves. Coniferous, where they're full of evergreens and they keep their leaves through the winter. And then boreal ones, which are found at the tops of mountains. Tune in tomorrow to find the answer to that, to review our theme and moral, reflect on our week, and review our number talk. Have a great Thursday, everyone.